Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Now Fashion Hub, the best fashion channel in the world. So guys, today we are going to learn how to design this pocket right here. Okay, so if you are watching for the first time, please hit the subscribe button, turn your notification bell on because I'm always loaded with enough content. Okay, so without wasting time, let's hit into our video. Please, if you subscribe, make sure you turn the notification bell on. If not, you won't be notified, you won't know when I drop my videos. All right, so please, let's start and design our patched pocket. Thank you. So for us to design our pockets, I have my collar gum here. I use collar gum for my pockets so that they'll be firm and they'll carry a very fine shape. So I've already shaped my pocket. I've cut it with a wideness of 4.5. This is 4.5 inches, height of 5.5 inches. All right. So you can also go ahead and cut your collar gum or whatever interfacing you are using. And this is my fabric that I'm going to design with. My two fabrics. This is this and this, black and this milk. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is to mark out where we want our black fabric to appear and where we want the brown. This is carton color. This carton color to appear as well. So that's what we're going to do now. And then the stitch we are going to run on the pocket will also mark out where we want the stitch to be. So this is my pocket. I want the black to be somewhere here. All right. So I'm going to mark out from the edge here. I'm going to mark out 1.5 inch inwards. So this is 1.5 inch inwards from the edge here. Okay, so I'm going to do something like this. Hope you can see this line. I did it above it. I just reduced it small. All right, so this is the portion I want my black fabric to appear. If you turn it this way, it means that black fabric is going to appear just here. All right, so I'm now going to indicate where I want my stitch to appear. The stitch I'm talking about, when I get to the machine, I'll show you the stitch I'm talking about. So I'm going to mark out 1/2 inch from this line, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and I'm going to mark out 1/2 inch all the way, 1/2 inch from the edge of this pocket. I'm marking my 1/2 inch from the edge of this pocket. I'm marking my 1/2 inch all the way around. I'm marking 1/2 inch. Okay, 1/2 inch. All right, 1/2 inch. What I'm marking. 1/2 inch. All right, so you can go ahead and also mark 1/2 inch all around, 1/2 inch. Okay, and it's good for us to get the center point here. That will guide us a lot. So this is the center point. All right, so I'm going to use my ruler now to join this my half points together. You see that? So I'm still going to join this half point here. So you can do same at your end. All right, so I'm going to join this half point here again. By the side here also, I'm still going to join. Let me keep it like this. So you're going to join my half point mark. All right, so here I'm going to join to the center here. Same here, I'm going to still join. All right, then lastly here, I'm still going to join my half. All right, so it means this is where my black is going to appear, and then my black stitch line is going to appear at this point here. So the next thing we're going to do is to gum our interfacing to this cotton color fabric. So I'm going to do that right away. Sorry, I'm gumming to the bad side of the fabric. This is the good side of the fabric, so I'm gumming it on the bad side of the fabric. Sorry, that's not gum yet. This is the bad side, this is the good side, right? So I'm gumming on the bad side of the fabric. Sorry, I didn't tell you that before I started. I'm gumming on the bad side of the fabric. And if you want to know, like, this is brush mat material, if you want to know the side that is the bad side, it's always very smooth, while the good side mostly has lines on it. All right, so all right, so we see we have done that neatly. So the next thing is for me to, this is the black fabric, you also check the good side, this is the bad side. All right, so I'm going to keep this black fabric, the good side, facing the good side of my pocket. You see, I'm going to keep it like this. All right, so I will run a stitch on this line here, okay, and then I will fold it inwards like this. Do you understand? I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to keep it like this, okay. So when I go to the machine, I will run a stitch on this line. All right, on this line, run a stitch on this line, and then I'll come back and show us what next. So I have, see, I've kept the black, the good face, to be facing the good face of my cotton color, and then I stitched this line we drew here. So to reduce the thickness, I'm going to cut out this. I'm going to cut out this cotton color so as to reduce the thickness. All right, I don't want it to be too thick. Because that will not allow the pocket to fold. When I'm folding the pocket, if the fabric is too thick here, it wouldn't want to be flat the way I want it to be. That's why I'm trimming off. That's why I'm trimming off this cotton color, okay, so that I'll have less fabric here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to open this. Now you see, I'm going to open it and press it. So I'm going to be using this to press it, right, so that my cloth iron won't shine my pocket. All right, so you see. So since there is no gum here to hold this black, I'm going to use the hemming gum to hold this black together here. All right, very important. All right, see, so it's there. So the next thing we're going to do is to run a stitch on this line. All right, I'm going to run a black stitch on this line, okay. I'm going to run a black stitch on this line. Hope that is simple enough. So I'm going to the machine to run a black stitch on this line just once. So the stitch we want to appear here, since this is black, the stitch that is going to appear here also will be black. So the first stitch I'm going to do, I'm going to stitch on this line, okay, when I get my stitch. And then, very important, you will see that I've doubled this thread that's coming in here. I've doubled the thread. You see, I'm using two threads. I'm using two threads here, all right, to give me the thickness I want. So I've doubled the thread actually. I've doubled them and they're entering the machine all together at the same time. So I'm going to make the first stitch here once. So just watch me. Following this line carefully. We are sewing strictly on this line, all right, not outside this line. If you don't sew on the line, you will not get straight line and then your design will not be fine. So strictly follow the line. Be as careful as possible. So I'm getting here, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop, then I will turn to the good side where my emphasis is, all right? This is the good side. We just made this so as to get this line here. So now we are going to stitch on this line, okay? So this double threading I did, this is where it's really going to help us because I want the line to be bold and thick. So this is where we'll see the effect of that double threading I did. Okay, so I hope you can, the light is bright enough you can see. So I'm going to sew on this line. And I'm going to run the stitch like, you can actually run the stitch as much as repeatedly as possible until you see the thickness you want, all right? You mustn't run the stitch only once or twice. You can run the stitch until you are seeing the level of thickness you want. Depends on how thick you want the line to be. For me, I think I'll run it I'll run it for the last time now, and it should be enough for me. All right. So you are careful that each of the times you are stitching on the same line. You are not going off the line. Once you go off the line, you spoil the design, okay? So you are careful to maintain the line, all right? So at this point, I am done. I'm going to cut this off, all right? So I'll turn this other side, okay? Cut this off, cut this off. So you see what we're having already. So let's get to the table and fold our pocket and see what we are having. All right. So the the last but not the least is to trim off this excess allowance and see how we can fold our pocket and finally get the shape to see how it's looking. All right, so when folding pocket, please, it's advisable that you start sideways so that when you fold the up part, I'll show you. When I finish folding, I'll show you something. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just stay with me. So we'll use our hemming gum here to hem this side. See here, put our hemming gum. It's very, very important to use hemming gum. Apply a little water. All right. So we hem the down here as well. Hem this part. Lastly, we hem here, or second to the last, we hem here. Now this is why I say you hem the top lastly. Okay, when you hem the top lastly, you see, if we had hemmed the top first, by the time we hem this side, you see something will be appearing here at the edge of the pocket, and it's not very good. So it's advisable that you hem the sides first before hemming the pocket. If you are used to folding pockets, I believe you understand what I'm saying. I'll still show you. Let me finish this. I'll still show you what I'm talking about. Now we can see that, you see what's appearing here? Okay, imagine this was the top of the pocket. You see something like this will be appearing and it's not very good. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but when you fold sideways first, by the time you fold the top, it pushes this excess allowance inside so that it's not showing at the edge of your pocket up. Okay, sorry guys, I don't know how else to explain, but I think you get what I'm saying. So you see, we are done with our pocket. You see, very fine, standard, and can be used for anything at all, guys. I was thinking of something actually, still running this black, and creating carpet lines in between, inside. I think that's a good concept as well. I think one of you should do it, guys, and let's see how it's looking. Maybe you should still run these black lines in the middle, like this, vertical and horizontal, okay, like a carpet stuff in here. Let's see how it will look. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I really appreciate. Thank you so much, and always turn your notification bell on. Thanks for watching my videos. I really appreciate. Thank you.